Okay, so we're going to go through what I call the door claiming exercise. I don't know if that was a knock yet. One of the guardians is outside. There we go. So I'm going to have you come and stand right over here and watch me do this. Now, the first thing you want to do is you don't want to rush. And if you notice, we only have one dog here. The other 2 dogs outside. If you have multiple dogs, it's easier to do this one dog at a time. I've asked him to make it really difficult, so he's going to knock and ring the doorbell back and forth. So the first thing I'm going to do is establish a boundary. Now, I already kind of explained off camera that this is the boundary. So once I get to the dog to the boundary, I keep my hips pointed at the dog. I take 1 step back. If the dog stays in place after a pause, I can take another step back. When I get to the door, I'm going to break down answering the door into individual elements so the dog can practice each one. And I'm not going to move on to the next one till the dog behaves the way I want. I only spent a minute doing this, and he's already getting that he's not supposed to be here. Next one, we're going to watch him. See that head snap? So I want to make all the sounds that are associated with open the door as loud as I possibly can. So when I have a real world situation with a single knock or a single doorbell, that's easy. Alright, so we've got this one out. So the next one is jiggling the handle. So the dog came a little bit forward, but didn't come all the way. So I'm going to jiggle it, and I make this as loud as I can. Now when I go to open it, first thing I do is I open it a crack. So I'm going to stop the process and address and get the result that I'm looking for before I continue. That, you hear the barking, is a little bit less and less intense. It's kind of like under your breath, asshole. So when I open a crack, once I open a crack, I step to the other side of it, and I'm going to open it behind me, but I take a step forward as I open it like this. Now this versus this makes a difference, so make sure your hips are pointed at the dog the whole time. So now I take a step backwards, and never step backwards if the dog is walking forward. That's implied as me giving up territory. So now, again, as noisy as I can, and I don't care about the barking, and you're hearing it's getting less and less intense, because if you have 3 dogs, they're going to cascade. So we're going to teach the best dog first, and then do the next dog, and the next dog, and then do 2 dogs together, the 3, I'll talk about that in a second. So now I'm going to open the door and invite my guest to come in. He's going to stand behind me. You have to beat the dog to the punch. The dog's not allowed on the furniture. So try not to go side to side more than twice. If I go side once, I'll do side twice, but now I go to side and forward. So I'm taking territory, moving the dog away. All right, so now walk backwards, pause between each step. Now again, if I want to interact with the guest, I could turn to look at him and keep my hips and shoulders pointed at the dog, or if I wanted to hug him, I could turn this way and keep my eyes here. I know he doesn't want me to. And at any point, so she can come. So you have to be very clear as to where the line is. That's why it's sometimes helpful to put painter's tape on the ground and create a box. Some houses have a natural kind of gauntlet or entryway. It makes it a little bit easier. Some people have a really open house. I'll take chairs and create a gauntlet by putting chairs on the side. Let me see. What did I say I was going to get back to?
Multiple dogs.
Multiple dogs.
Oh, so we have multiple dogs. So at first I'm going to practice just with him. I'm going to keep practicing this. This is one of my favorite exercises because one dog, it usually takes about 6 to 12 times. So just one communication works. Once I've done this with all 3 dogs separately, enough times where 5 times in a row they stay behind the line and I don't really have to correct them, then I'm going to bring the 2 best dogs together. Then I'm going to practice it again with them. Then I'm going to bring one of those with the worst dog, and then practice the worst dog with the other good dog, and then eventually try to do it with them together. Now, I usually have long soliloquy. I mentioned that you're usually, when somebody comes to your door, you're doing 10 other things, and you're trying to turn off the stove and get off the phone and turn off the TV and wash your hands and do all these things at once, and that makes you rush. So when you do this, you have to be very casual and not rushing, number one. Second thing, you put yourself in a position to succeed by having the guests be the members of your house or your family members or friends or neighbors. So maybe before he comes home, he texts you guys, door exercise. That's a good idea. We put 2, this is great, it walked away. Put 2 of the dogs outside, and then we wash our hands. We turn off the TV, we get off the phone, we do all the things we need to do. And don't be standing at the door waiting. Pretend like you're reading your phone or watching or doing something else, but then when the dog comes, you're immediately reacting and you're giving the dog your full attention. So eventually you'll get to the point where the doorbell will ring, the dogs will come to the line right here and be like, are you going to go answer that or what? Am I still on? Okay. So, all right. Well, this is basically a shortened version of how you can claim the area around the door and teach your dog to behave instead of being relaxed and accosting people who knock or ring your doorbell.